And the Pioneers knock off UVAY 64-61. That's their ninth straight win against the Highland Cavaliers in series that are really very close. Last year's home game was kind of against the norm. These games are generally about a 7-point, 6-point game, maybe a 2-possession, sometimes a 1-possession game, making free throws down the stretch. Just asked Coach Burton about that at Wise last year during Thanksgiving, and the Pioneers miraculously get a victory there. Very thankful for that one. Pioneers get that one here tonight as well, 64-61 behind a Naughty Legis. Fourth straight double-double, 22 points and 12 boards. And, Coach, coming in, I think when I was talking with Jackson, I kind of got the idea that, you know, this is a much improved team with what Coach Mellinger has brought in. And they built a core around Bradley Dean. They got some three-point shooters, and they got guys that can go after but they spread the floor. It's a tough matchup here tonight.
It's a very, very tough matchup. I knew coming in the way, Coach Mellinger does a really good job on the offensive end, and they shoot the ball so well, and they spread you out. You have to defensive rebound the ball, gang rebound, and you have to contest shots and know what shooters are. The first half, they shot the ball really well. We hit 6 threes the first half. The second half, we did a really good job. They only made 1. And we knew coming out of the half that we had to make an adjustment because I call them the Smurfs again. And, with KJ, Crump, and Connor Jordan, they got to be there on the catch. They did a really good job in the second half.
And they did. They closed down those defenders, and I felt like guys who didn't play Saturday, they didn't look good. Jacob Hobbs looked great in the game. And, again, it was just kind of getting his legs, made a couple of key offensive rebounds to keep possessions for us, and we scored off those possessions.
And that's what Jacob Hobbs does. You realize Jacob Hobbs messed his ankle up. He hadn't played, 2 or 3 games, and he hadn't practiced until yesterday, a couple of days. I mean, he only been able to go. But that's just a testament to that kid because he done everything he had to do to win the game. And I always ask him, how can you impact the game without scoring? When you're not scoring, how can you impact the game? And him and KJ Crump proved that tonight.
Connor Jordan, I was waiting for that moment for him because he's just a winner. Every time I've seen that kid, high school, King, here, he's made a winning play, and he made the winning defensive play. It wasn't the offensive play, but, he gets the big guy in the paint, just kind of tied it up a little bit, and he went down with the ball, and we got the possession, and we scored off that possession. That seemed to be the possession that put us over the top.
It was. I mean, and Connor was actually out of position, but you know what? He had to be in the right place at the right time.
He's a winner.
And he's a winner. That's what winning players play winning plays. And Connor, man, is a great story in himself. I'm glad he came to our team. He's on our team because that kid can play.
Yeah.
And he did a really, really good job, especially late with that one play, getting that tie. Well, the ball went out of bounds on them because of him.
And then there's an Naughty Legis. Before the season began, you're like, TG's gone. What do we do without Trenton? Who's going to step up? Who's going to be that leader? It looks like right now Naughty Legis is that guy for you.
Oh, Naughty has been absolutely incredible. Like, what you guys see is on the court, playing ball, the double-doubles, and I'm as a coach. But what we see as a staff every single day off the court, the kid, it's incredible. Like, he flipped. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. I thank God because that kid has done everything he's supposed to do in the classroom as far as being a leader, being on time, making sure the guys do what they're supposed to do. And I'm a big believer when you do those small things, other things will take care of itself.
Josh Scott has been that guy, too, and that start of that second half where you really leaned on him, and he's strong. Him and Justin Mitchell have been here for a long time. Justin made some plays. You could tell he wasn't 100% as well tonight. Josh Scott really helped you guys kind of bridge a gap where we were really strong. Our numbers don't look bad, but it just seems like we just weren't scoring enough because we kept turning the ball over, and Josh Scott saved us a couple of times early in that second half.
Well, yes, he did. I mean, he made some key baskets, got some key rebounds, but those were 4 points. Now, second half, I think he had Josh had to end up with 8 points.
Yeah, 6 of them
in the second half, especially starting off because we've been normally starting off slow.
Yeah.
And I thought we did a really good job of starting off pretty fast this time, and he was the key of it. He got an offensive rebound. He got a couple, those jump shots, and he hadn't been making his 3, and I told him to keep his head up, but he made some other plays, and I told him he's one of those kids that never quits, and that, Josh was an all-freshman here when he first got here, and he's done a really good job. Those other guys, we're deep, but tonight, I thought we did a really, really good job of just contesting shots, guarding in a half court, and especially with Joshua Scott making big plays like he did.
That's just the key. Here's a team averaging 90 points a game, 6-1 on the year. And they are held to 61 here tonight. Now, I know we're scoring a lot of points, but a lot of that is we shot the ball well, I think a product of what Wise has done this year is they force you to value every possession. We didn't value every possession tonight. Our turnovers were up a little bit tonight if there was a downside.
Yes, and you look at it, we have 15 turnovers. That may be a turnover for the year. You know what I mean? That's the way they play. But they did a really good job of stopping us in transition. You know, it's all good to have average 96 points a game.
Yeah.
But, like I tell everybody, that stuff is all good for them social media. But when it comes to conference, these games, you ain't scoring 96. If you do, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Not in this conference. So, I thought they did a really good job of taking away in our transition. And that's when we turned the ball. We talk about turnovers. I bet you out of the 15, I think 9 or 10 of them was in transition. I bet you.
You tell Chartray to get that junk off social media, too, about all that score and everything. Just another thing tonight, I look at this spin. I look at this spin. If we make threes tonight like we normally do, 7, 8, 9 a game, we're not talking that it's a game, but we struggled from beyond the arc tonight.
And that's we just didn't make shots, and I got to give it to Coach Millen and those guys over there because they really, really good job of scouting us and taking away some things, and especially Jalen Crowder in the half court and in transition. They did a really, really good job of putting the emphasis on stopping us in transition. I thought a couple times, though, Anadi Legis did a really good job of sprinting the court and scoring, getting the ball. But testament to him. But, hey, we made the plays when we had to, and we just got to build on that because I don't believe in bad wins and everybody's upset. No, we won, and I'm happy because in a conference, especially like this, against a team like that, you got to take the wins.
The good challenge for us on Saturday, new coach. He's brought in a couple of his kids, kind of changed the dynamic a little bit there at Mars Hill. Another good challenge. And nothing's going to be easy in this conference.
This conference right here,
it's crazy.
It's wild because, it's college basketball in itself is changing because of the transfer portal. And you go on the road now, I don't care if a team is 0 and whatever or, they can be 7-0 or 0-7. It is so hard to win a basketball game, but it's a whole nother level to win a game on the road.
Yeah.
And we got to go in with a different kind of focus. We got to go in, we got to get refocused and do what we're supposed to do.
Good win.
Thank you, man.
He's JT Burton. Pioneers knock off the UVA-wise Highland Cavaliers to go to 1-1 now in divisional play. Final thoughts when we come back. Tusculum 64, UVA-wise 61. Pioneer basketball continues here on the Pioneer Sports Network.